We're on Pacheco and Kenny where that shooting happened last night. The family of the 11-year-old says her daughter was on a popular ride here at the fair when she hit her head, causing her to have a concussion, but the fair says it might be her fault. Jackie, it's been a day full of sorrow for those lives that were lost in the Las Vegas shooting. Just moments ago, a vigil was wrapped up here for one of those victims here in Bakersfield. Tim, that's right. There's going to be a candlelight vigil tonight at 7 p.m. at Taft Union High School for Kelsey Meadows and the other victims of the Las Vegas shooting. Kelsey Meadows was 27 years old from Taft and was also a substitute teacher at Taft Union High School. Losing weight and going to the gym are some of the most common New Year's resolutions, but it seems like they're also some of the hardest to keep. That's right, guys. I'm at 1933 Bar and Grill as fans have gathered to watch the Dodgers take on the Chicago Cubs. As for those 22 dogs and 2 birds, they are safe here at the Kern County Animal Services and are being treated. In Northwest Bakersfield, Morgan Wheeler, 23 ABC. It's starting to look a lot like Christmas around Kern County, and for one Valley man, it took him 100 hours to complete his Christmas light display. Tim, that's right. I'm actually here in the swine pit at the Kern County Fair. I'm here with Spotty Dottie, Clytus, and Bib, and they are with the FFA. And oh, hello, Spotty Dottie. Actually, this is the first day of the fair, and it runs till October 1st, where you can come and see these cute little piggies that I'm hanging out with. Tim, Marley's Mutts took in the 6-month-old pup Rose after Kern County Animal Services found her on the streets of Bakersfield with several skull fractures and 5 broken ribs. Beaten, abused, and left for dead. This is what officials say happened to the 6-month-old puppy named Rose. The animal has been in the care of Marley's Mutts staff for a month after volunteers got a call from Kern County Animal Services about the puppy, who they say was suffering from several skull fractures and broken ribs.
Her head was swollen when they got her, and the ribs were healing at different times, and some of the fractures on the face were old and some of them were new.
When Marley's Mutts first received Rose, they say she wasn't trusting of men, leading them to this conclusion.
Yeah, when we first got her, she was a little timid, scared of men, so whoever abused her was probably a male.
A month later, and Rose is rehabilitated, full of energy and love.
Over time, she's just learned to love everybody. She has a big personality.
Animal abuse has become a serious issue in Kern County. Marley's Mutts volunteers are working with their online community to try to bring an alleged abuser to justice.
We decided to work with our Facebook following, which is called the Mutt Militia, and they were able to raise $5,000 for us to lead to the arrest of the person that did this.
After a month at the Marley's Mutts Ranch, 6-month-old puppy Rose is ready to find her forever home, someone looking for love and puppy kisses.
This terrible, horrific thing that happened to her, and she's already ready to give anyone who wants love, she's ready to give it to them.
In Bakersfield, Morgan Wheeler, 23 ABC.
And Marley's Mutts says if you have any information on who may have allegedly hurt that puppy, contact them. Their information on our website, turnto23.com. Tonight.
That's right. These ladies call themselves Operation Blocks for the Brave. They come together to create quilts for veterans. Every Tuesday, they meet. They are known as Operation Blocks for the Brave, hand-sewing quilts for veterans. Dinah Hall, a military wife, mom, and daughter. She has been a part of Operation Blocks for the Brave since 2008, where it all began, Long Beach.
My husband was stationed down in Long Beach. He's in the Army, National Guard. Been in for like 30-some years.
6 months after living in Long Beach, Dinah and her husband moved to Bakersfield, and she wanted to continue making quilts for veterans.
Started a group up here in Bakersfield to start making more quilts here.
Every Tuesday, the ladies come together to create these beautiful quilts for the brave. Dinah says these quilts have made a difference in the lives of veterans.
It's made a huge difference in their lives. It lets them know that there are people that care. You know, the quilts are made to give warmth and comfort when they're down and out. And hurting, you know, psychologically, emotionally.
And the quilts become something special to veterans.
We make them to give them comfort, so these are more like heirloom type quilts that are made to last them a lifetime.
For one veteran fighting PTSD, the quilt was comfort.
When he received that quilt did more for him than any doctor, any psychologist, or any nurse. Just knowing that came from, you know, women that just want to do something to give back.
And giving back is exactly what these women are doing with each and every quilt. The family of the 11-year-old says her daughter was on a popular ride here at the fair when she hit her head, causing her to have a concussion, but the fair says it might be her fault. It was supposed to be a night of fun at the Kern County Fair.
I was told they kept screaming, "Stop the ride, stop the ride."
But that night of fun turned into a trip to the ER. Christina Holder says her daughter Angel was on this ride called the Starship 3000, where riders sit and hold onto this bar while the riders spin in circles.
I was just like everybody else, and then my seat went up, which made me go up, and then I hit my head on the bar.
But something went wrong. Angel tells 23 ABC that she was on the ride, sitting down, when suddenly she was forced out of her seat, hitting her head. These pictures provided by the family showed that the 11-year-old suffering a sizable gash to the top of her head.
And then I was told, take her home, let her go to sleep it off, she'll be okay. And I was like, no, I'm going to take her to the hospital.
Instead, she took her to the hospital. Holder says doctors told her Angel suffered a concussion and needed 2 staples to seal the wound.
She pretty much took the shirt off her back and helped control the bleeding. She stayed with her the entire time to get her to calm down and everything else until help got there.
We reached out to the CEO of the fair, Mike Olcott, who did not want to speak on camera, but he told 23 ABC that after speaking to the ride's operator, he believes Angel was jumping up and down during the ride, causing her to hit her head.
What's going on is not okay on what happened, and especially being them not stopping the ride and telling me, hey, take her home, let her sleep it off. There's no safety there.
As for the Kern County Fair, they are currently investigating the issue, but as for the family, they hope to get their money back for their trip to the ER. Live at the Kern County Fair, Morgan Wheeler, 23 ABC.